All right, all right, all right. So week 15 in CIT95 Python, and it's our last week of our Learn Together. So we'll have this week, which is day 22, and then a Learn Together experience where I'll have you work on your documentation for your dev, your last dev. And, at this point, you have enough exposure to easily start your dev too, because you've gotten the experience of creating these classes and implementing them in the way that we've learned. So, again, I highly suggest the sooner rather than later. So, what I want to talk about today is actually the end of the semester. Because as that approach is, we having us on the same page is really helpful for having the end of the semester be not a surprise. And I've been talking about it, so I don't feel like it should be, but also I wanted to give you a heads up about something that commonly students ask me. And the nice thing about Canvas is that you can answer this for yourself, and I want to show you how to do that, because having that ability to ask and have a system answer it for you. I used to have students do spreadsheets to answer, and just to tell you what I'm talking about, it's the what if question. You know, what do I need to do? What if I do some late work? Right? How will that affect my grade? You can do that all in Canvas. So in that discussion, I'll also talk about, and as just a reminder, about the end of the semester dates. So let me actually go look at that real quick. So here in Canvas, oh, wrong one, wrong one. Oh, that's right. I was the other way today. That's funny. So here in Canvas, as you know, right, you go to grades. Well, in order for me to do that, I actually have to switch over to the student view. When I click over to the student view and then I go to grades, it gives me just, a kind of a blank student hasn't done any of the work. So obviously, what will be different here for you is that you'll have the grades listed, and then your total grade will represent the coursework done to date. And what you can do is there are two things. You can first, if you got, let's just say, right, let's just say you got a zero, or you didn't get all the work done on something, right? First, if you wanted to say, what if I did that late work? Then you could do 75%, because that's the most you could get for late work. And by the way, actually, that's not a good example. That's attendance. Attendance is not calculated into your grade. It's just what I use to report. So don't worry about that one. And then 75 would be like completing one of the days late, because you may have, and I showed how to do this, which you can skip over if you wanted to come back and do it. And most of you actually have done this along the way, so I don't think too many of you will be there. But when it gets to the end of the semester and you're asking, okay, what kind of grade do I need to get, maybe on some of this last work because I'm just crunched for time, or just on the dev too, right? Because there's two parts to the dev too. There's the, integrating creating your classes and implementing that, and then having some piece of it in Turtle. So you might wonder, well, how much would I need? Oh, that's actually not a good way to go look at it, because I'm in the student view. But you could do some calculation, and if you want, to discuss it with me, do. But if you just want to kind of ask the what if here, you could do that as well. Because sometimes, and I get this, the end of the semester is just so much happening. But just as a reminder, let me also open up the calendar, because the other thing I wanted to say here, as we're talking about dates, and I'm going to roll into May. You can see I'm recording this in April, but as I've said before, and by now, well, actually, oh, and that's the other thing, is for you all on Monday, for this attendance on week 15 is when I will release the sign up sheet. Okay. And that will be listed in attendance and out on Discord. So, but your dev, just rolling forward into May, your dev twos here, you can have code reviews or assistance sessions really anytime. You could reach out anytime to do that, but I'll officially have signups here, and they will end right here on the 17th at 2:30. So this also is the time and the day, the last time and day you can submit any late work. So if that's a plan of yours, to get that done, you got to get it done before my last session, which is 2:30 on the 17th. And by the way, that's what I want to see in your reply, is that you understand the end of the semester, how it goes, what you need to do. So if you have any questions, now's a great time to be asking about that, because you could be working on your dev too for that. Okay. So I just want to make sure of that. So just as a reminder, for what I said, I will in attendance on Monday morning around 10 o'clock if you're seeing this before then. But I will, let me go ahead and leave the student um, view and go back to my view. Is here on attendance, I will post the link to the sign up sheet. But again, if you're on Discord, which I think many of you are, you will see it out there as well. Okay, hope that helps you. Have a great week. I'll sign off. And I hope that answers any questions you might have about the end of the semester. I've gone over, I've shown you my Dev 2 output already. If you have any questions about that, right, feel free to ask. Now is a good time. If you want to just come in and talk about the Dev 2 with me, perfect. Look at my office hours. But again, if those don't work for you, please reach out to me. This week in the Learn Together, you will be giving me feedback. I very much appreciate your feedback, even if I'm not teaching Python next semester, which I'm not. But just the way this class is set up, anything you would, any feedback you would want to give me is really welcome. And it is something I do every after every semester. I look at the student feedback and I think, okay, how can I do a better job here? How can this course be lean more in to help students succeed? Because I know it's a lot, and for folks and students that are new to this, it definitely creates a bit of a challenge. So, like, your ideas is important to me. I just want you to know that. Okay, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you later.